All right, welcome everybody to the US Open Final / the final of Guadalajara. We've been watching Guadalajara as a bit of a warm-up for the US Open. If you've been around for the last couple of hours, thank you. But we're still going to finish this match. Eala just broke, and then we cross over to New York, which starts in about 20 minutes. So, yeah, it starts in about 20 minutes. So we've got some time. But Eala just broke. She's fighting back. As you can tell, the score has been very close. This is, again, if you don't watch Eala, if you never watched her, she does not play boring matches. They're always some crazy score lines happen. But 30 love Eala. We've got Anisimova versus Sabalenka to see who can win the final Grand Slam of the season. Both have made finals this year. In fact, both these ladies combined have made all the other finals. There's been a backhand winner there from Udvardy, 30-15. So it's going to be very fun. Also, Anisimova leads the head-to-head, which is very strange for the number one. All right, 30-15. Eala goes to 40-15. 40-15. But yeah, US Open final for the ladies. It's been a crazy event. We've had some crazy times over the last couple of weeks. As we return now to the front of Eala. Back in now from Udvardy. Udvardy hits it long. It's 2-love Eala in the final set. So Anisimova did defeat Sabalenka at Wimbledon in the semi-finals. 6-3 the head-to-head in favor of Anisimova. They've actually played at 3 Grand Slams this year. They played the Roland Garros, where Sabalenka got the win. Wimbledon went to Anisimova. And then now the US Open. They've also played the Australian Open before. So they played at every single Grand Slam. It's one of those rivalries. Now that Anisimova's top 10, it'll be way more of a, talked about a lot more. But it's one of those, weird, it's been, under the radar, bit of a rivalry between the two. It's, a very surprising that they've played this many times, considering that Anisimova's played Swiatek twice. And both of those have been this year, right? Wimbledon and now. So, Wimbledon and the US. Whereas Sabalenka and Anisimova have been playing since 2019 against each other. So it's really weird, right? It's kind of weird to have, it's weird that they have this rivalry, It's a bit underground. But now it's going to be one of the big rivalries of the top 10 because Anisimova is number 4 in the world after today. And Sabalenka is number 1. So it's a big, big rivalry now. Love 15. As Eala tries to get the double break. She was up a double break in the first set. The second set. As that goes out by Eala and it's 15-0. Looking for your commentary as I can't afford a subscription to this moment in life. Okay, fair enough. Well, hopefully the best way to watch the channel is watch with the match so I can tell you, so you can see what's happening. And that way, I can just be like, hey, that was great. And then you can go, yeah, it was great. I saw it. 15-0. As Udvardy gets to 30-15. (30-15). And we have a fault from Udvardy, second serve. And then, tomorrow we've got the men's final between Alcaraz and Sinner. Which, if that wasn't such a good matchup, and they haven't provided great matches, I'd be like, can we get someone else, please? But they've played so many epics that it's like, sure, let's keep going. Let them play 10 times in a row. Come on. All right, 30-0. Little chance for Eala to get that double break. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes to front of Udvardi. Backing it from Eala. Into the front of Udvardi as Eala backing on the stretch. Udvardi down the line. Eala with a passing shot winner. Brings up a break point. 30-40. Alex Eala to take the double break in the final set. And he's going to fault second serve. Second serve. Into the front of Eala. Return the back of Udvardi. Eala with a slice. Udvardi forehand winner. And she gets the deuce. Try to finish this before the US Open final starts. Yeah, I think I was thinking it was going to finish it earlier, but or at least be not. I was hoping it wouldn't crash into the other one, but that's all right. They do a whole bunch of stuff before the final. Like it's supposed to start in like 3 minutes, but they don't start playing for like 20 minutes because they'll have like usually in the finals they do like the national anthem and they do like a whole thing before the match. So the match is probably going to start in about 20 minutes. Usually it doesn't start at the top of the hour. It usually takes some time. They'll do the national anthem. They'll introduce the players. They'll do a whole thing. Probably like fireworks and stuff, I'm guessing. Or maybe not. Maybe that's at the end of the match. But yeah, it's a whole like process. All right. Eala returns into the front of Udvardi. There's Eala with the slice. Goes wide. Advantage Udvardi. Advantage Udvardi. The roof is shut, by the way, so maybe no fireworks today. The roof is closed. But yeah, they're doing they've got the red carpet out and doing a whole, by the way, packed stadium. Love that. Love that. As Udvardi holds 2-1, Eala with the break in the third. All right. Eala better not do another Eastbourne. Oh, well. She's got a break here, so. All right. By the way, anybody who's complaining about me watching Eala, we're watching Sabalenka too, so just relax, all right? All right, 2-1 Eala. She's got the break in the third. 2 is the seed of the tournament. Yes. So the number 2 means that she is the second seed, which means she's the second highest ranked player in the tournament. So yeah. That's what that means. Thanks for being here and committed as always. If Eala wins, where's her ranking? So she'll be 61 in the world. If she loses, I think she'll be 60 in the world if she wins, 62 if she loses. And Anisimova, if she wins, is 4 in the world. If she loses, is still 4 in the world. So yeah, 4 in the world for Anisimova, and Eala will be about 60 in the world either way. The number 1 seed was Rakhimova, and she lost in the first round. How many hours or minutes left until the playing of the men's match? Probably like 22 hours. 22 hours, I think, is the countdown. Okay. Oh, pardon me. We appreciate the commentary. The WTA It doesn't have commentary. Oh, don't they? That's annoying. Well, I'll be the unofficial commentator for this match. Don't count your chickens. Yeah. Have I ever been to a live game? Yeah, I've been to the Australian Open a few times. By the way, they're singing the national anthem. I'm not sure who is the singer, but maybe chat can help me. I'm not sure who the artist is. Anybody know? I can't hear it though, so obviously I muted everything, but Brittany Spencer? Nice. She brought out a guitar, so is she like a new artist? I haven't heard of her before. Never heard of her? Okay, let me have a look. Maybe I have heard something that I just don't know. Brittany Spencer is a country singer from Baltimore. Went viral on Twitter for singing a cover of The High Woman. That's how she got discovered. And she has a song called Blackbird, which was featured on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter record. So she was featured on that too. Cool. All right. 2-1. 2-1 for Eala. Final set.
Eala.
Oh, the trainer's come out. Thank you, Justin, for the donation. I think Udvardy's got the trainer. That's what we're waiting for. That's what's going on.
Come what celebrities are watching us Open Women's Finals.
Thank you, Arian, for the 5. I don't know. I can't see any of them. I have no idea. I'll let you know when I see. Yeah, Arian, you super chatted like 2 seconds ago, mate. Just you know how it works. I don't get to them straight away all the time. I will get to them, Arian. Don't worry. But I appreciate the $5. But it's not going to be instant. You should know that. You've been here for a while. I'll get to it when we have a chance. Sierra might be there. She's been there a few times. Rami Malek's been there pretty much all week. The guy from the Bears been there forever. He's been there a lot. Hugh Jackman was there yesterday. So I don't know. I don't know who's going to be there. As I sing the anthem, and now the players should be coming out on court any moment. All this adds to the uniqueness of the individual slams. Yeah, I think America do national anthems and national pride like no other country. Like I went to a few sporting events. I've been to like a couple of I went to the baseball and I've been to. Well, I went to Wimbledon, but that's not in the US. But America just do the national anthem is just such a huge for everything. And the flag comes out, and then sometimes there's planes flying over everywhere, and it's just awesome. We have that in Australia. We do have the Australian anthem be played a few times, but not for every single thing. And the spectacle is not usually it's just somebody singing. It's not like the whole Like, if I watch an AFL grand final, they won't, like, put a big flag on the court, on the stadium or anything, and they won't, like... Sometimes there's a little couple of fireworks sometimes, but it's not the same. It's definitely more... like, a much more... like, even just, again, just for, like, the national anthem. It's, you know... They bring out, like, huge... I mean, it's a huge honor to sing the national anthem at a sporting event too, right? For singers and artists. Sabalenka's boyfriend looks shady. Well, that's a bit rude. I'm sure he's, like, probably a good guy. Nice guy. I don't know. Are you judging him? Why? He looks shady to you, okay? Well, Jesus. It's a bit harsh. So, yeah, Udvardy's getting a medical timeout. That's why we're waiting for... that's what we're waiting for. Eala's on the court, but Udvardy is coming back. She's got a medical timeout. Not sure what happened. She left the court, so it must be something to do with, like, maybe a back or a hip or something. But yeah, she's left the court for a medical timeout. All right, Anisimova's coming out first. Here we go. I tell you, Chad, it's pretty incredible that Anisimova has made back-to-back slam finals. Like, that's pretty awesome. Her and Sabalenka, I think, are the only two players to make two finals, right, this year. So that's pretty incredible. Like, Gauff didn't make... She only made one final. Swiatek made one final. Keys made one final, right? So it's pretty incredible. What happened? So Udvardy left the court. Udvardy left the court, but she's back now from a medical timeout. It looks like her left thigh has been strapped up. So I think it's her left thigh. She's got a leg issue going on. So yeah, left thigh. Left thigh. Yeah, she's got tape on the thigh. All right. Return goes in from Udvardy. Back on court now. As Udvardy forehand again, the front of Eala. Into the front of Udvardy. Eala forehand. Winner down the line. Beautiful shot. And it's 15-love. All right, Sabalenka walking out as well. And the US Open final is about to commence. Again, don't forget to like the video, but the streams, if you haven't already. Pray for Justin Bieber. Why? What happened? Did something happen to Justin Bieber? What happened? Nothing happened. You're just making things up. All right, 30-love. Eala serves. Fault, second serve. All right, Sabalenka walking out on court. Now, chat, we always hope that these finals are good because on the women's side, because it's not best of five, it always runs the risk that these matches could be over in an hour. We've seen that multiple times in Grand Slam finals, especially Wimbledon this year, French Open last year, Australian Open last year, right? If they go 3 sets, it's an epic. But sometimes, as we've seen, they can also be over in 1 hour. So hopefully this is not one of those things. Hopefully it is a competitive final. As that backhand goes to the net by Udvardy, and it's 40-15 Eala. All right, Anisimova wearing the red shoes and the gray dress, and Sabalenka is wearing... And I love this. I love that they made Sabalenka a custom outfit. Like, she is the only one wearing that outfit at this tournament. And she is wearing the white with the white shoes. She's the best player on the planet. She deserves her own look. All right, that goes out by Eala, 40-30. 40-30. So Anisimova looking for her first Grand Slam. And Sabalenka looking for her fourth Grand Slam. As we return now from Udvardy, the other backhand, the forehand of Udvardy, as the other backhand goes in. 3-1. Eala holds. All right, 3-1 Eala, final set. All right. The ladies stand next to each other. They stand the exact same way as well. They both just stand like this. They look identical the way they're standing. Just both hugging their rackets. It's so weird. That's so strange. They both just like... You'll see tomorrow, like, Alcaraz and Sinner will have their arm around each other and be like, all right, get the photo. They're just like, yep, we're going to stand next to each other and get a photo. All right. Love 15. Eala looking for that double break. She wants to watch this final. As we serve now is a let by Udvardy. So Sabalenka, of course, had a walkover against Vondi and then beat Pegula in a very high-level match in the semis. And Anisimova took out Swiatek and Osaka, which is a hell of a couple of players. I mean, the two players with the most Grand Slams over the last sort of decade that are still active, right? And then to beat Sabalenka, I mean, that's a hell of a run for Anisimova. Swiatek, Osaka, Sabalenka, I mean, that's a great run. 30-15, Udvardy. All right, 30-15. As Udvardy serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the back, into the front of Eala. Back in from Udvardy in the net, 30-all. Chance for that double break. $30-all. Injury timeout is part of the game. Do not worry about it. Eala will win. Okay. As Udvardy serves a fault, second serve. The winner of this, the Grand Slam, wins 2,000 points, and the winner of this Guadalajara tournament wins 125. As Eala gets the 30-40 to take the double break in this in this final set. Eric.
Go, Alex.
Thank you, Eric, for the super chat. 30-40. As Udvardy serves into the back of Eala, return goes into the front of Udvardy. Eala backhand. Again to the front of Udvardy. As Eala forehand on the stretch. Udvardy backhand into the front of Eala. Again the back of Udvardy. Eala doing a lot of running. As Udvardy hits a forehand down the line for a winner. We get the deuce. Eric.
Go, Alex.
Thank you, Eric, again. And thank you, Jovan.
Go, Eala. Heart.
Thank you for the $2. And thank you, Fit, for the $5. Appreciate that. Thank you. All right, deuce. All right, we get the deuce. As Udvardy serves a fault. Second serve. Serve into the backhand of Eala. Backhand again to the front of Udvardy. Eala forehand down the line as Udvardy goes cross court. And Eala hits it out. Advantage Udvardy. Advantage Udvardy. Advantage Udvardy. Eala with a forehand return in the net. Vardy holds 3-2. All right. Anisimova's ready to go. Sabalenka also ready. Here we go. US Open Final 2025. Defending champion versus the Wimbledon finalist. Who will win? I want to know how loud this crowd's going to be because obviously they want Anisimova to win. I want to see how loud this crowd's going to be. Also, I'm going to state the obvious. The first game that Anisimova wins is the most important game. She's got to get on the board as quickly as she can because she doesn't want to go down 3-love and think Wimbledon again, right? Mentally, get a game, and then you can go, cool, I've done better than Wimbledon, and then play from there. That is what Anisimova needs to do. She needs to win a game, and then she can start to do whatever she needs to after that. Sabalenka's going to serve in the final of the US Open. She's made 3 finals in a row, Sabalenka. She's won 1. She lost to Coco, she beat Pegula, and now she's playing Anisimova. I've got Sabalenka in 3. As we get a return now, the backhand of Sabalenka, backhand Anisimova. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Anisimova, again to the forehand of Sabalenka, is a winner. Sabalenka starts strong. And it is 15-love. 15-love. As Anisimova return, goes out 30-love as Eala loses the point, love 15. Eala's got the break here in the final set. She is trying to get her first WTA trophy, her first trophy in 12 months. Eala, she won a small trophy last year in July, I think I said. Did I say July? As Sabalenka goes to the backhand of Anisimova. And Anisimova hits a winner down the line. And the crowd go wild, 30-15. As Eala forehand to the front of Vardy, but Eala hit it long, and it's love 30. Love 30. Ban screeching. I feel like we need to start banning people for complaining about screaming. I don't know what you're trying to achieve. I'm going to go into this random chat and say, hey, Sabalenka's too loud for my ears. What do you want from me? Do you want me to, I don't know, pat you on the head? What do you want from me? It's going to be okay. Everything's fine. It's okay. Just cover your ears. It's fine. I don't know, what do you want from me? I can't help her. What do you want me? I can't talk to her. Want me to call her? Yeah, just mute the TV. It's probably quicker to mute the TV than type out a message about how you don't like it. It's probably easier just to mute the TV. 30-0. Don't know what you want from me. Well, I can't do anything about it. All right, 30-0. Eala with a lovely forehand winner. Sabalenka, though, with a fault. Second serve. She serves a double fault, Sabalenka. And the crowd go wild. 30-40. It's going to be one of them days. And Anisimova to get the first game of the match. $30-40. And she says another fault, Sabalenka. Eala, by the way, she gets a 40-30 to stay up the break in this final set. 3-2 at the moment. All right, 30-40. Sabalenka serves. Into the backhand of Anisimova. Great return, but it just goes wide by Anisimova. And we get the deuce. All right, 40-30. Eala to take the 4-2 lead final set. As we get a great return from Vardy, and Eala's forehand goes long, we get the deuce. All right, deuce. Deuce on both courts. Super confusing. Return from Anisimova. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Anisimova backhand. And Sabalenka slices it back. But Anisimova is there with a forehand. Puts it away. Advantage Anisimova. Another break point. All right, Eala. She serves. She serves to try and keep the break, and she does with a great serve. The return goes long by Udvardi. Advantage Eala. Advantage Eala. Advantage Eala to go to 4-2. Sabalenka with a great serve gets back to deuce. Sabalenka's record in Grand Slams is not great. Finals, that is. As that goes out by Udvardi. 4-2 Eala. Final set. Good serving there from Sabalenka with the forehands in the net. Advantage Anisimova to take the break in the first game. Advantage Anisimova. All right, Eala 4-2. Anisimova serves another fault. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Anisimova. Return. Goes long, and Sabalenka gets back to deuce. My heart jumped. I thought it was Eala who committed a double fault. Sorry. No, she is up 4-2. Eala is 2 games away from history. All right. As we had a forehand rally. But Anisimova hits the winner eventually. No, she didn't. She missed it. The crowd cheered like it was in. Chap. Bring back lines, people. All right, advantage Sabalenka. Bring him back. I need to see someone do this. So I can see, and because I can't hear. By the way, chat, on a serious note, if you are hard of hearing and you can't hear, as in not playing, but as in watching, and you can't hear the calls, how the hell you would rely on lines, people? Wouldn't you have, right? Anyways, advantage Sabalenka. She gets the game with a big backhand. Right? I talk over the top of what I'm watching, so I can't hear it all the time anyway. But if you're watching this and you can't hear them call it out, then how are you going to know if the ball was close? They need to have more visuals. They should have a red light when it's out. I agree. The top of the net should have a light that goes red or something. It should be more, yes, subtitles, true. You could use subtitles, I guess. You could have subtitles, that's true. But I think it should be more visuals. By the way, Eala is dominating 15-40. She's about to get the double break and serve for the championship. 15-40. Eala to get the double break. To serve for the match. As the return goes in the back of Udvardi. 4 now from Eala. That's going to go wide. Oh, Eala thought it was in. It just missed. Eala thought it was in. Eala's talking to the umpire. She's thinking that, hang on, that was in. How do you... Wait, so was that in? And then they called it out? Or was it out and they called it in? No, it was out. Udvardi's... Wait, Eala's having a chat to the umpire. She's really upset, Eala. She is having a massive chat to the umpire. I think it was called in. And then, no, so it was called out, but it was actually in. Eala's got a point here. I think Eala should have won the point. Eala should be pissed. So what happened was the ball was called out and then corrected by the umpire to be in. Udvardi was nowhere to be seen. So how could it... Eala won the point, right? 30-15, by the way, Anisimova. Eala should have won that point. The umpire made a mistake. She corrected it, but Udvardi she wasn't going to get that forehand. Udvardi was never going to get that shot. So they're going to replay the point instead because the umpire reckons that the ball was called out and it distracted Udvardi. I doubt that. Eala should have won that point. And she's not happy. She's talking to Udvardi about it. And she's also asked for the tournament director. Eala called the manager. 30-all. I'll let you know what's going on. But yeah, Eala is telling the director, like, this is crazy. By the way, they never overrule these things, ever. So this is all just pointless. But still. All right, 30-all. Eala's still in a discussion with the officials. As Anisimova serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Anisimova. Yeah, Udvardi was nowhere near that ball. As the return goes back into Anisimova. Anisimova goes wide. All right, 30-40. Break point Sabalenka. Yeah, like it's a bad call by the umpire, but there's nothing Eala can do. Doesn't matter how much she pleads her case, they're not going to overturn it. So it's all in vain. And she still has break points. It's only going to be a replay. It's not like she lost the point. I mean, she didn't get the point, which she got taken off, like her point. She didn't get the point, but it is still 2 break points. So it's only going to be bad if she doesn't break here and then she gets broken. That's when it's going to be bad. But I agree, though, with Eala. I don't think Udvardi was not going to get there. Backhand return goes to backhand to Sabalenka. As we get a backhand now from Anisimova. Down the line to Sabalenka, and Anisimova hits it long, and there's the break. 2-love Sabalenka. Chat, what did I say at the start of this match 5 minutes ago? Anisimova needs to get on the board quickly because this is going to bring Wimbledon flashbacks. Hey, thank you, Rick, for the $10 super sticker. Appreciate that. Eala still talking to the umpire. Still trying to plead her case, but again, they never change these things. I know that you can't do challenges here, I guess, but because it's such a small tournament, but in high level, if this ever happened, which it wouldn't because Hawkeye, but still, this is, yeah. I mean, Eala's got a point, but also she's never going to get it overturned. And she's just frustrating herself, and she's winning and distracting herself, you know? So why did Udvardi win the point then? Hang on, what happened? So Udvardi won the point? By the way, is Taylor Fritz's girlfriend there? What the hell? Watching Anisimova? Hey, Courtney Cox is there. I don't know how Udvardi won that point. So why was Eala going the umpire then? Maybe Eala was saying that it was in, and she was complaining about it being in, and now it's deuce. Yeah, see, this is what's so hard about this chat is that I couldn't hear anything because they don't have any microphones close enough. So the ball must have been in, and Eala was saying that was in, and you know what it was? I know what it was. I'll tell you in a second. 30-love. I know what it was. I know what it was. Anyway, Sabalenka hits it out 30-15. We get the deuce here. Udvardi to the back of Eala. Forehand from Udvardi. Again to the back of Eala. Udvardi forehand. Again to the back of Eala. And Eala hits a wide advantage to Udvardi. So what happened was the lines person called it in and the chair umpire overruled. That's what happened. And that's why Eala was saying you can't call, because it's on the far side of the court. The umpire is sitting here, and it was over here. And usually chair umpires don't overrule calls that are over on this line here. They usually only call here or here or here, right? They never call that. So I think that's why Eala was pissed off, because she's like, how can you see from over there? That's like, Yeah. So I think that's why she was upset. And she loses the game, and Udvardy holds, and now she's got to serve. So that's why. That makes more sense. That she lost the point. So yeah, I think that's what it was. That the chair umpire, she was just saying, like, you can't call that. I mean, you're so far away. How would you know? And the lines person called it in, who's like right there. So I think that's why she was pissed. That makes more sense. All right. Back to New York. As Anisimova gets a lovely backhand winner. Break point Anisimova to get back on serve and to win her first game in a Grand Slam final. There was a very important point too. I mean, 5-2 double break serve for the championship. Now she's got to serve to get, to stay in front. It's a big call. That was a big moment. Backhand to backhand rally. Anisimova forehand to the stretch. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Slice down the line. The backhand of Anisimova. Sabalenka backhand. Into the forehand of Anisimova. To the forehand of Sabalenka. Anisimova in control. As Sabalenka forehand again to the forehand of Anisimova. Goes down the line. And that's a winner. We're back on serve. And Anisimova, she gets her first game in a Grand Slam final. 14 games lost. 1-1. That'll settle the nerves. All right, we're back on serve. All right. 4-3 for Eala. She's still got the break, though. But, double break would have felt so much better. Would have been a lot better. 15-0. All right, Anisimova breaks back. 2-1. Stadium's packed. Oh, yeah. It is a packed house in New York for the final. Celebrities everywhere. Jovan.
Let's go, Alex. Hearted.
She's got a fight now. As Udvardy hits a return the net. So 15 love. Scores are mucked up. JR.
Thank you for covering Alex Eala. Win or lose, we love her. We have more appreciation for tennis now. Good luck to the US Open finalists. Flag PH.
Hey, thank you, JR. No worries. Hopefully you stick around for the final of the US Open. We're going to be... we'll merge the streams once this Eala final is over. 30 love. Eala with the lead. She's recovering well after the frustration of not getting the double break. As Eala hits a lovely winner down the line. 40 love. All right. Anisimova. First game in a Grand Slam final. All right, Eala, 40 love. As we're to serve now into the net by Eala. Second serve. Lovely backhand winner there from Anisimova. 15 love. All right, serve. Into the backhand of Udvardy. Eala forehand again in the backhand of Udvardy. As Eala backhand cross court. Udvardy with a forehand of the stretch. Goes wide. 5-3. Good recovery from Eala. And she is one game away from her first WTA trophy. All right, Anisimova serves. 15 love. Serving to the back to Sabalenka. Return to the slice of Anisimova. Anisimova in the net. 15-0. All right, Udvardy serving to stay in the match. As the return goes in the backhand of Udvardy. Forehand from Eala. In the forehand of Udvardy is the Eala forehand. Nope, Udvardy hit long. And it's love 15. As a return from Sabalenka goes to forehand of Anisimova. Sabalenka slice goes in the net. Great hitting from Anisimova. 30-15. 30-15. As Udvardy wins the second point, 15-all. Anisimova serves a fault. Second serve. $15 with a 400 on line. Eala gets it back into the backhand of Udvardy. As Eala backhand cross court. Great shot. Udvardy gets it back. And then Eala backhand down the line winner. 30-15. 15-30, sorry. 15-30. 2 points away. But like great body serve from Anisimova. Sabalenka just got out of the way. Or just like defended herself. That was brutal. 40-15. Anisimova to get level in this final. Backhand goes in by Sabalenka. What a shot. 40-30. All right, 40-30. Good return there from Eala to the forehand of Udvardy. Udvardy in the net. We've got championship points for Eala. Championship points for Eala. Anisimova holds 2-all, 20 minutes. Good timing. The US Open final has just begun. All right, 15-40. Championship points for Eala. Serve out wide to the backhand of Eala. Return goes into the backhand of Udvardy. Eala backhand on the attack. Udvardy with a pass. And a drop volley from Eala is no good because Udvardy gets it. But then Eala backhand on the stretch is a winner! That's how you win your first title of the year! Alex Eala wins. In Alex Eala fashion with that last point. The racket goes flying. She wins. History for the Philippines. And she is a WTA winner. The biggest trophy of her career. A fighting 2.5-hour epic. Classic. And Alex Eala is the champion in Guadalajara. And she has just created some history. All right. Nice work. She had to fight for it. I mean, she had a couple of tough matches in this tournament to get that title. She worked hard for it. And everybody who stayed up late for that one was worth it. Love 30, by the way, Anisimova. She's trying to break. We're going to merge the streams after this game. So make sure you jump on over if you want to keep watching the US Open final. If you want to start getting into tennis, perfect time. Celebrate Eala's win and watch two of the best players in the world playing one of the biggest trophies. And eventually, maybe Eala might make it to this final. Maybe one day. She'll have to beat these players to do it, but who knows? As Sabalenka hits a winner, it's 30-all. 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 30-all with a serve into the backhand of Anisimova. Let's call it a fault. Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Sabalenka, and Anisimova forehand inside out is a winner. And it's break point, 34. By the way, Sabalenka's getting her own medicine with Anisimova. Like, Anisimova is bullying Sabalenka. When does that ever happen? 30-40. Anisimova to take the lead in the final. 30-40. As the return goes into the backhand of Sabalenka. Sabalenka hits it out! And Sabalenka's pissed off. She is down a break now after being up 2-love. Sabalenka is in trouble. All right, jump on over if you want to keep watching Sabalenka versus Anisimova. That's just getting started, but Eala wins her first WTA trophy. 1-6, 7-5, 6-3 in 2.5 hours, and she is the champion of Guadalajara. She'll go next week to play in Brazil. Well, at this stage. She might not, actually. She might decide next week to take the week off after a great result. But she wins her first trophy of the season and does it in Eala fashion. All right. Here we go. Things are just starting to get interesting now. Sabalenka is in trouble. Sabalenka is in trouble. She was up 2-love, and Anisimova has gained her confidence. Watari.
Good job, Alex. Congrats.
Thank you, Watari, for the $7.77. Pia.
Super congrats, Alex Eala. First WTA win. Thanks, Cam.
No worries. Thank you for the donation. Sticking around. Appreciate it. Jerome.
Thanks, Cam, for covering Alex. As always, Frack PH.
No worries. Thank you for the donation. And Anisimova's got the break, by the way.
Thank you for a great year of tennis, Cam.
Hey, thank you, Anonymous, for the 20. Thank you for the 20. Appreciate that. All right. And also thank you, Nits, for the $20 super sticker as well. Thanks for being you. Thank you for being here. And being you as well. All right. Here we go. Sabalenka is in a battle. Love 15. Love 15. Anisimova is serving. She's got the break. It's been a weird, topsy-turvy start to this match. First it was Sabalenka getting off to a start. Then Anisimova won 3 in a row. Let's see if Anisimova can consolidate, but she hits a long. Love 30. Why did Eala lose the first set 6-1 or 1-6? Her serve was terrible. Her serve, and she was making a lot of errors. So very nervous start for Eala. But now she wins her first WTA trophy, or her first WTA 125, which is the biggest trophy of her career so far in the main tour. I mean, she won the Junior US Open 2 years ago? 3 years ago? As Anisimova in the net, it's love 40. Love 40. To take home, or to take back the break, Sabalenka. She's not taking anything home yet. It's just getting started. 30 minutes already, by the way. Arian.
Cam, thanks for being the GOAT, and thanks for a good year of tennis.
Nice. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate that. Thank you for the nice words.
Respect her hard work, Cam.
Hey, thank you, Barney, for the $3 as well. As Anisimova in the net, there's the break back. 3-all. By the way, 6 games, 30 minutes. This is crazy. This is a crazy long start to this match. For 2 players that hit the ball very hard, this is taking a long time. I did not expect this. But also, I didn't expect the Osaka and Anisimova match to take as long as it did. So, okay. All right. Sabalenka serves the forehand of Anisimova. We're back on serve 3-3. Things are getting important. As Sabalenka hits it out. Both players making a lot of errors. And it's love 15. Love 15. But thank you, everybody, for the generosity. Hopefully, some of you stuck around from the Eala stream and to watch this one. Appreciate all the support from the Eala fans. You guys show up at all hours in the morning. You're a very nice fan group. I appreciate you. And I'm glad that you appreciate that we watch Eala. Love 15. As the return goes in the backhand of Sabalenka. But no, Anisimova hit it long. 15-all. All right, serve again. As Sabalenka wins a point with a good serve, 30-15. Serve again. Into the back of Sabalenka. Return to the back of Anisimova. Anisimova with a backhand to the back of Sabalenka, who hits it in the net, and it's 30-all. 30-all. It's with a fault from Sabalenka, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Anisimova, but she overhits it on the return, 40-30. 40-30. So happy for Eala, wishing her a bright future. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch her journey from Miami to now winning this and building.
Thank you for covering Eala. I searched Google yesterday when Eala and Avedi last met, and it said they also met in the final, which Eala won to claim her first WTA title. This was yesterday.
Oh, well, that's weird. That's a weird. Some time traveler wrote that. Thank you for the $2, May. Thank you, MR, for the $6. And thank you, Jeffrey, as well, for the donation. Appreciate it. As Anisimova hits a return, but it's out. All right, 4-3 Sabalenka. What a weird final. It's been 2-love, 3-2, 4-3. It's nobody can win one game at a time. It's multiple games in a row. So now Anisimova's going to win 3 in a row and win the match. Set. All right. Now I can read the chat. What's up, chat? Cam, you make this channel great. My wife is not a tennis fan, but she often hears your voice in the background as I'm working and instantly recognizes you and calls you Aussie buddy. My Aussie buddy. Well, shout out to you and your wife, Ryan. Yuri.
Hey, Cam.
Hey.
Did you also know Anisimova has the fastest average backhand in the world ATM?
No, I didn't.
That's including Sinner second and Alcaraz third and Sabalenka fourth.
Damn. I did not know that. Thank you for the $5. That's awesome. Makes sense. She has a massive backhand. By the way, chat, during this change of ends, they've got a... Wait, was this the change of ends? No, there's no way this is the change of ends. This must have been before the match started, surely. This can't be at the change of ends. They're not doing this. Are they? I missed it. Anyway, so the wheelchair... I think this is this the second last event of the tournament, or is it? Is this? It wasn't just during the change of ends, by the way. It was. Oh no, it was. They did that at the change of ends. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Love that. Good time to do it too. While there's a brief moment. Usually they do it in the stands where they zoom in on the players who have won the wheelchair doubles. And the singles, so that's awesome. To get them right in the middle of the first set. So Takedo Oda, champion of the men's singles in the wheelchair division, and Yui Kamiji for the ladies. So the pair from Japan. Also, Oda won the doubles as well with Fernandez. Gustavo Fernandez from Argentina, and then Lee and Wong won the women's doubles wheelchair. The quad doubles was won by Vink and Sasson, and the quad singles was won by Vink, who beat Schroeder. So the quad singles is what Dylan Alcott was dominating, right? That's what he did so well at. Is there any more? Besides the men's final, is there any more left? So the boys' doubles been won by Hans and Kennedy, the Americans. The girls' doubles was won by the Czech sisters, I'm guessing, because they have the exact same last name. Kovakova. And then Van Drom won the girls' singles, the number 14 seed. And the boys' singles was won by the number 1 seed, Ivan Ivanov. He beat another Bulgarian in the finals. So 2 Bulgarians in the junior finals for the boys. That's kind of crazy. So this is the second last event of the tournament and then the men's final, right? So there's nothing else on tomorrow, just the men's final. That's kind of wild. Usually they have something on tomorrow. 15:40, back to it. Oda's only 19. Yeah, I think I've seen an interview with him, and he's huge, right? He's like a big dude. Like he's got really broad shoulders, big dude. I think I saw him talking to like Dylan Alcott like at the Australian Open this year. Yeah, he's only 19, and yeah, he's a stud. 15:40. Already winning. How many titles has he won? He's dominating. He's number 1. Yeah, he's already won. He's number 1 in the world. He's been number 1 for over a year. Yeah, 19-year-old from Japan. He's already won 6 Grand Slams at 19. Backhand winner backhand goes out by Anisimova. Sabalenka 5-3 in the first set. Yeah, so Oda has won 6 slams from 8 finals, and he's only 19. Yeah, no wonder they're pumping that guy up as a future like GOAT. All right, Sabalenka serving for the set. Again, weird set. Started with Sabalenka getting the break, then Anisimova broke back, then Sabalenka's now broken to get ahead again. It's a strange final. The last 5 minutes, though, it's gone much quicker. The first 30 minutes was forever. The last 5 minutes has been very quick. That goes out by Anisimova, 15-love. 15-love. As the backhand goes into the backhand slice of Anisimova. Anisimova hits it wide. 30-love. Love. First serve is a fault. Second serve. All right, second serve is a double fault. Sabalenka, 30-15. Someone explain quad tennis to me. So the difference between quad and wheelchair, I think, is the chair itself. As Sabalenka gets a foot fault, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's the chair is different. It's something to do with the I think it is. I'll double check. 400 rally. As that goes out by Anisimova, 40-15. All right. 40-15. Is it a return? Out by Anisimova, and Sabalenka takes the first set 6-3 in the final. So yeah, so the difference is the extent of the disability. So wait, hang on. Is this hang on, here we go. Wheelchair tennis. So I think if quad is the newest division. Yeah, so I think if it's about the upper body. So if I think the quad tennis or the wheelchair division, the quad division in wheelchair, I think is depending on the upper body and if there's any disabilities in the upper body. Because quad is quadriplegia. So that's the difference, right? Whereas I guess in the wheelchair division, like their upper body is got more function. I think that is the difference. At least that's what I'm reading on the internet. So yeah. And there might be different rules. I'm not sure. I know there's you got the 2 bounce rule. If you've ever watched wheelchair tennis, we've watched it before on the channel. 2 bounces. I don't know if it's 2 different, like if there's a different rule set. It's probably the same rules, but yeah. The big difference is the two bounce rule. Yeah. All right. First set in the bag, 6-3. Sabalenka. So if the quad singles and the quad doubles is someone who has quadriplegia or is quadriplegic. So yeah, like upper body, there's like you've got they're paralyzed, like maybe one of their arms or something, or their back or their neck, or, and then wheelchair tennis is just somebody who's in a wheelchair and loses the function of their legs, right? But you should watch it. If you haven't watched it before, you should. Hard work. Like you'll see Novak do it every year at the Australian Open with Dylan Alcott, and God, it's a workout. If you like, Novak struggles. It's a physically demanding part of tennis for sure. 15-0. Uh, 15 all set. Anisimova needs to get off to a good start here. She had the break 3-2 and then she lost 4 in a row. So she's got to win this game to stop the streak because that goes down the line for a winner from Anisimova, 30-15. Why are we talking about wheelchair tennis in the finals? Because somebody asked. No, sorry, because they came out on the court and I wanted to give them some respect and give them notoriety for their achievement. Just like every aspect of the sport. 30-15. As Anisimova serves a fault, second serve. As the return goes into the backhand of Anisimova. Backhand down the line from Sabalenka. Anisimova forehand on the stretch. And then Sabalenka gets it long on the forehand, 40-15. Yeah, we've watched wheelchair tennis in the past. We watched Dylan Alcott a couple of years ago when he was trying to win the Australian Open in his retirement run. 40-15. Hey, thank you, Ulrich, for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Welcome. As the return goes into the forehand of Anisimova, she hits it in the net, though, and it's 40-30. 40-30. Another error from Anisimova. 40-30. As we are serving the net, second serve. Second serve. There was a double fault. All right, deuce. We get the deuce. Who's the 19-year-old player you talked about earlier? So Takedo Oda. ODA. He's won 6 slams at 19, and Dylan Alcott's endorsed him as like one of the next big dude in the wheelchair tennis, like the next superstar. And I'm sure he's a superstar already in Japan. We know how like all the tennis players, doesn't matter what level, doesn't matter what ranking they are. If you're a Japanese tennis player, you are going to you're going to get promoted. All right, advantage Anisimova. As we default second serve. So I'm sure he's like huge in Japan. Especially if he's already 6 Grand Slams at 19. He'll be getting lots of endorsements. Double fault Anisimova. And we get to deuce. Is that why Osaka chose Japan over the States? No, it's because her mum's Japanese. So that's why she chose Japan over the States, because her mum's from there. She was also born there. She was born in Osaka, Japan. So, probably helps. All right, advantage Anisimova. Yeah. So 2 reasons why she would be representing Japan. She just resides in America. She just lives in America. All right, advantage Anisimova. As the serve goes back to Sabalenka, back into Anisimova. Sabalenka back into the line. Is too good. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. Massive hitting from Sabalenka. Massive backhand winner. All right, deuce. As we return in the net by Sabalenka, and Anisimova advantage. The lights are quite bright under the roof, and it explains some of the doubles. Not used to it. Yeah. Yeah, the lights. I mean, they've closed the roof, I think, once this week. Ace down the tee, and I don't think either of these ladies would have played under the roof this week, so it is a whole nother thing. All right, Anisimova 1-love in the second. All right. There wasn't much rain until this weekend. Yeah, apparently it's thunderstorms and stuff. So this match isn't about breaking serve. It's all about holding. Yeah. Four years ago, Raducanu beat Fernandez. That is correct. All right. Here we go. Sabalenka to serve. Celebrities everywhere. As the return goes in the back of Sabalenka, and Anisimova on the stretch. Puts up a slice. But it's in the net. 15-love. All right. As the return goes out by Anisimova, 30-love. 30-love. As that goes out in the return from Anisimova, 40-love. 40 love. As a return, goes out by Anisimova again. All right, 2-2, 1-1. 1-all. 1-all. One game all. All right. Osaka's dad is from Haiti. Yeah, she always like I've got Osaka's, like, I don't know what year it was, but one of the years where she had like designer shoes, and they've got the Japanese flag on one side and the Haitian flag on the other, which is awesome. Like, she embraces both her parents' nationalities. 1-1. As a return goes in the forehand of Anisimova in the net. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. As the forehand goes down the line from Sabalenka, Anisimova's there with the backhand into the slice of Sabalenka, into the forehand of Anisimova. Sabalenka backhand. Again to the backhand of Anisimova. She hits a drop shot. Sabalenka gets it with a drop shot back. Love 30. Too good. Sabalenka too good. Love 30. Love 30. As a forehand rally, Sabalenka slices it back. Now to the slice of Anisimova. Sabalenka slices down the line, and Anisimova wins the point, though. Sabalenka overhits it. And it's 15-30. 15-30. As we had a fault, second serve. As the forehand goes into the forehand of Sabalenka, and it's a forehand in the net, 15-40. 15-40. Sabalenka to break in the second. 15-40. All right. First serve is a fault by Anisimova. Second serve. As a return goes out by Sabalenka. 30-40. 30-40. And Anisimova still down break point. Serving the forehand of Sabalenka, good return. Anisimova gets on the stretch. Sabalenka slice is a terrible drop shot instead. And then Anisimova goes straight to Sabalenka's backhand. And Sabalenka hits a winner. 2-1. Sabalenka with a set and a break. And unfortunately, this final right now is just a little bit predictable. Or at least a little bit straightforward. And it's going very quick now. 30 minutes ago, it was 3-0. How we doing, chap? How is it going? When was the last time we had a straight sets final of the ladies? Was it 22? 21 was a straight sets. Because last year's final was... Oh, no, it was straight sets last year, but it was close. 7-5, 7-5. Yeah, 6-2. When was the last time we had a final that was like... I guess like Raducanu Fernandez with 4-3. Osaka beat Serena 2-4 back in 2018. Stevens beat Keys 3-love back in 2016. Serena beat Wozniacki 3-3 back in 2014. Stosur beat Serena 2-3 back in 2011. 2-1 for Clijsters against Vonareva in 2010. So it's sort of like that. Crowd's not helping Anisimova. Well, yeah, but she's not really... I mean, it goes both ways, right? I mean, the crowd's got to help her, but she's got to also give them a reason to cheer, right? Arian.
What is your prediction of this match, Cam?
I said Sabalenka in, I think, 3. I think. Maybe 3? I don't remember. Eddie.
Just want to show my support.
Thank you, Eddie, for the donation. Appreciate the support. Also, thank you, CLY, for the 2 months of membership. Appreciate that. All right. 2-1. Sabalenka with a set and a break, and then she hits a forehand winner, and it's 15-love. $15-love. $15-love. As Anisimova forehand in the net, and it's 30-love. $30-love. And Sabalenka backhand goes in the net, 30-15. $30-15. $30-15. As a return goes out by Anisimova, 40-15. $40-15. As Sabalenka too strong, and Anisimova slice goes in the net, and it's 3-1 Sabalenka in the second. This is getting tough. This match is getting out of hand for Anisimova. All right. By the way, we're almost at 700 likes. Appreciate that. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't already. God, it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. I've got a whole day now. What the hell? Yeah, Anisimova to fight back. You know what I'm going to say. Chat. Every single day. You know what I'm going to say, chat. And don't tell me I'm wrong because you're thinking the same damn thing. Unless you're a Sabalenka fan, you're like, yeah, we just want to win. You know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm going to say. It's Sunday. The thrifts aren't open on Sunday. All right. And this is over 30-love. You know what I'm going to say. about women's tennis and the finals, you know what I'm going to say. And this is the exact reason why I say it. 30 love. As with a 400 backhand rally, and Sabalenka gets the point in the net by Anisimova, 30-15. 5-set finals. 5-set finals. 5-set finals. 5-set finals. We need 5-set finals for this reason. People have paid probably $20,000, $30,000 to be there for 1 hour. 5-set finals. The US Open's probably the first one to try it, I reckon. I mean, I thought Australia would be, but I feel like the US Open would do... I feel like they would implement it. 5-set finals. Very tiring. This match has been 2 hours already. 40-15. As we're back in now to the slice of Sabalenka. Sabalenka in the net. And it's 3-2 Sabalenka with a break in the second. By the way, what do you mean tiring? We just watched a 3-set match that went for like 2.5 hours. This has gone for an hour. If this keeps going and it went 5 sets, it would be like maybe 3.5 hours maximum. Come on. All right. 5-set finals. Unless this goes 3 sets, and then I'll take it back. But if this is straight sets, I just want another set. Like, get guaranteed 3 sets. Come on. Yeah, it's like less than an hour. It's like almost an hour. I don't care if the WTA don't want it. I'm just saying I want it. I don't care if it's going to happen or not. I'm just saying that I would like a 5-set final. This should be a 5-set final. All right. Sabalenka. She's got the set in the break. She's 3 games away from the final, from the title. She's in the final right now. We're watching it. Stephen Colbert's in the house. On the screen. Wimbledon final was less than an hour, which started this discussion. Now, I've been talking about this for years. This has been an ongoing discussion for years. I just want the final to be 5 sets. Just the final. I'll take just the final. You can leave everything else the same, just the final. Just the final. All right, 3-2. Sabalenka. We're setting a break. Let's see if Anisimova can make a comeback, and then I'll forget about the 5-set final. Anisimova puts away the 4-1 win. I love 15. Best WTA Grand Slam WTA match we've watched this year. Swiatek Keys. Swiatek Keys. Swiatek versus Keys. Love 15. Love 15. As we get a return now to the front of Sabalenka. Sabalenka overhits it. Love 30. Billie Jean King in the house. As always. Love 30. As we get a fault, second serve. Double fault, love 40. Okay. Here we go. Love 40. Love 40. Hey, John Hamm came back. Love 40. Sabalenka serves again. Anisimova to get back on serve. Serve to the backhand of Anisimova. Return into the back of Sabalenka. Anisimova backhand down the line. Winner. 3-all. 3 games all. 3-all. Sabalenka's broken. Game on. Maybe. Hopefully. Anisimova needs a hold right now. She needs to hold right now. All right. Sabalenka too strong. Love 15. This game is the most important game of Anisimova's match. All right, nice serving there from Anisimova. 15 all. As Anisimova hits that one in the net on the return of Sabalenka. It's 15-30. As that goes out by Sabalenka. So it goes out by Anisimova and it's 15-40. Sabalenka to get the break back again. All right. 15-40. As the return goes in the form of Anisimova, Anisimova in the net. 4-3. All right, 4-3. Four, three. All right. Okay. 4,000 people watching, not even 1,000 likes? What the hell? Come on, we can get to 1,000 likes by the end of the stream. Come on. If we get to 1,000 likes, I'll gift 5 members. How about that? I'll gift memberships if we get to 1,000. It's a trade. All right. But it has to be by the end of this match. Otherwise, it's no deal. Sabalenka isn't having to play her tennis. Yeah, Anisimova's making so many errors. No. It's a bargain. It's definitely a trade. I was going to give 5 members anyway, but I'll do it. But if we get to 1,000, then we'll definitely do it. Maybe you forgot to like the video. You're like, oh, I just got here. Or, oh, I didn't even realize. I just didn't see. You didn't tell me. Now is the time to do it. Actually, stop liking the video. We're almost at 1,000. Hang on. Stop. Stop. It's enough. That's enough. No. Stop. No more. No. Too much. All right, 4-3. No. I said stop. Stop liking the video. Stop. We're at 970. That's enough. That's enough. It's okay. It's okay. All right. As that goes out by Anisimova again, 15 love. 15 love. Anisimova's hit 14 errors on the forehand side. That has let her down. All right, as that goes down the line for another winner by Sabalenka, 30 love. 30 love. Sabalenka serves again. Into the forehand of Anisimova. Sabalenka backhand. Anisimova goes down the line with the backhand. Sabalenka slices it back. Anisimova forehand again to the backhand of Sabalenka on the stretch. Sabalenka in the net. 30-15. All right, fine. All right. Hang on. All right. There we go. There we go. All right, 40-15. Thank you for liking the video. Appreciate it. Sabalenka 5 points away from another US Open title. Chet, did I pick Sabalenka to win? I did pick her to win. I'm just joking. I know I picked her. All right. I'm just saying. Anyways, 5-4. Sabalenka 1 game away. Sabalenka to take, well, Anisimova to stay in the match, but Sabalenka trying to take her 4th Grand Slam and win the US Open back-to-back. There's a bit of backhand return to the net by Sabalenka. It's 15 love. We know you're forgetful. Yeah, I totally forgot that. 15 love. I don't think I picked her at the end of last year. That would have been too much. Did I pick her at the end of last year? I don't remember. As that goes the net by Sabalenka, 30 love. Love. All right, as Anisimova, 40. I picked Gauff to win the. Yeah, you guys picked Sabalenka. I picked Gauff. I got no predictions right this year. Oh my god, that's horrible. Anyways, backhand rally. I was going to find it from Sabalenka down the line into the backhand of Anisimova. Sabalenka comes in, hits a smash, and the lob goes out by Anisimova. Hey, I'm taking credit, at least half a credit, because I picked Sabalenka, Swiatek, and Gauff to win a slam. I just didn't get them the right slams. I got the wrong slams. I said Sabalenka for the Australian Open and Wimbledon. I said Swiatek for the Roland Garros, and I said Gauff for this. So at least I got the names right. I didn't get pick keys, but I just didn't get them in the right order. But I picked the players at least. I just didn't pick the right slams. Anyways, backhand in the net by Anisimova. It's 40-30. I picked Djokovic to win Wimbledon. I was very hopeful. Oh my God, I tell you, the viewer picks Sinner, Australian Open, Alcaraz, Roland Garros, Wimbledon, Sinner, US Open, Sinner. Oh, I'm never going to live that down. That's going to be horrible. I don't want to do a video. All right. 40-30. As Anisimova holds serve, and Sabalenka will serve for the championship. All right, Andy Roddick is talking to Tracy Austin in the crowd. All right. All right. Where was this held? Hold from Amanda, which she broke? Yeah. Yeah. So at the end of last year I made predictions, right? I do predictions at the end of the start of every season. But no, I did change my predictions. Like I didn't change them. Those predictions still stand, but like when I did like a draw preview, like the draw prediction, whatever, the tournament predictions I did pick Gauff to win the French, so I'm happy with that. And then I did pick Sabalenka to win this at the start of the tournament because things change, right? Sometimes the players I pick at the end of last year don't even play, right? Because they get injured or whatever. But yeah. And I did pick Sinner to win Wimbledon and Carlos at the French, so I will take those. But yeah, at my 12 months prior predictions, I didn't get them right. Whoop-de-doo. All right. 5-4. Sabalenka serving for the match and the championship to take her 4th Grand Slam trophy. Not even 6 o'clock in New York. It's Saturday night. You can go out for dinner straight after this match and have a party. Serve. Into the back of Anisimova. Good return. Sabalenka gets back. Anisimova forehand inside out winner. Love 15. Don't order that sushi yet. Love 15. Don't you get the pizza yet. Love 15. There's always next year. Yeah. There's always next year. Hey, thank you, MR, for the donation.
Either one water.
Huh? Thank you, Anonymous, for the donation as well. As we're back in the net by Sabalenka.
Do you pick for tomorrow?
All right, cool. Love 30. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron, I made a video about it, mate. Literally makes videos, doesn't, because I don't want to talk about it. All right, love 30. Thank you for the donation. Sinner. All right, love 30. Sabalenka serves a 5-second serve. Sabalenka with a great serve, 15-30. $15.30. 15.30. Yeah, Jessica, the sound effects broke. That's why I have to redo them after the tournament. I have to fix a lot of things. A lot of things on the stream got broken before Wimbledon, so I need to fix some stuff. As that forehand goes in from Sabalenka 30-0. There's a lot of things that I haven't had time to do, so. Like this room isn't even finished. It's taking me 6 months. All right, 30-all. Sabalenka 2 points away from another Grand Slam victory. Serve. Out wide. Ball goes back. Short. Up goes a lob by Anisimova. And then a smash in the net by Sabalenka. .30-40. Sabalenka is down a break point. Anisimova too good. Great defense. Hey, Yak, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Serve is a fault. And the crowd go wild. Second serve. Serve to the backhand of Anisimova. Backhand of Sabalenka. Into the backhand of Anisimova. Down the line's good. Sabalenka with a slice. Goes in. To the backhand of Anisimova. Sabalenka forehand cross court as Anisimova gets it. Goes down the line. Sabalenka gets there. But it goes in the nets. 5-all. Anisimova hangs on. Okay. All right. The match continues. Man, Sabalenka, that smash in the net at 30-all would have been championship point. And now it's 5-5. This close, Sabalenka. 5-5. Hello, Mia. Hello. Yes, hello. All right, 5-5. And the crowd have found their voice. 5-5. Great serve. 15-love Anisimova. $15-love. $15-love. As the return goes into the forehand of Anisimova, forehand from Sabalenka. Into the forehand of Anisimova down the line is another great shot. 30-love. Sabalenka is not happy. She is pissed that she hasn't won this match already. Chat, give me a 3 in the chat if you think it's going 3, 2 in the chat if you think it's going 2. Do you think Sabalenka's going to win this set? Put a 2. If you think Anisimova is going to win this set, put a 3. I know it's confusing. I should have thought this through beforehand. I confused myself. I want to see what people are thinking. Everyone's thinking, a lot of people are thinking 3. We're going 3, okay? All right. 30-15. As Anisimova serves a fault, second serve. Second serve. As the backhand goes in the net by Sabalenka, 40-15. $40-15. $40-15. As Anisimova serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. She double faults. 40-30. 40-30. $40-30. As a return from Sabalenka goes wide. All right. Anisimova takes the lead, 6-5. 6-5 in the second. Sabalenka's going to have to try and play a tiebreak to win this in straights. Okay. All right. Sabalenka, please don't repeat the same mistake. You can't lose another slam. Okay? Sabalenka lost it on that lob. Yeah, she missed that smash. That was the big turning point. All right. By the way, Sam Rockwell and is that Stanley Tucci? Is that his name? Tucci. Right? Yeah. See, I'm smart. I know things. Time is now. Yep. Let's see. Let's see what happens next. Sabalenka was 2 points away from winning the match. If you're just joining us, Sabalenka was 2 points away from winning this match. And then hit a bad smash. Or it wasn't a bad smash. It was a tough smash. But hit it in the net. And Anisimova broke back. And here we are. She's serving now to stay in the set, Sabalenka. As it a backhand down the line of the front of Sabalenka off the tape of the front of Anisimova. And Anisimova hits it long. All right. Fifteen love. Sabalenka's forehand goes long this time. And it's 15 all. $15 all. As Sabalenka serves again. An ace. All right, 30-15. And she says the fault now. Sabalenka second serve. As the return goes in the front of Sabalenka, cross-court winner by Sabalenka, 40-15. To take us to a second set tiebreak. All right. 40-15. Robin.
Ty Cam. Ty Mirra. Go for free.
All right. Thank you for the donations. As Anisimova in the net, Sabalenka takes the game. And it's 6-0. 6 games all. Woo! Hello. What's up? Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello. All right, Sabalenka's only lost one tiebreak this year. 20 wins, 1 loss. Anisimova, 8 wins, 2 losses. That's pretty incredible. 1 tiebreak loss this year by Sabalenka. Does anyone know what that was? I can't remember. 1 Sabalenka tiebreak loss this year. I can't even think. When? How? When? Was it against Keys? At the start of the year? Or Towson did it. Beat her in tiebreak. Okay. Alexandra in Doha. Oh, okay. Alexandra in Doha is the only one. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay. Only one tiebreak loss. Who you got winning this tiebreak, chat? Are we going 3? As a return is wide by Anisimova. It's 1-1. 1-1. Now 1-1. Again, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. 1-1. And a fault, second serve. Second serve. As a return goes out by Anisimova, and it's 2-1 Sabalenka. All right, 2-1. As Anisimova serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back end of Sabalenka. Anisimova back into the forehand of Sabalenka. Anisimova forehand to the forehand of Sabalenka. Anisimova forehand on the stretch. Goes wide. Sabalenka too strong. 2-1. So 3-1 Sabalenka. 3-1 Sabalenka. Sorry, 2-1 Sabalenka. Why did the score say 3-1 on the screen? No, it is 3-1. Okay. We'll get there. It's all right, Chad. We'll get there. 3-1. Mini break to Sabalenka. Anisimova with a fault. Second serve. All right. As she double faults. Double fault. And the Sabalenka's now got the double mini break. All right, 4-1. Sabalenka serves again. And the return goes in the net by Anisimova. 5-1 Sabalenka. The tiebreak queen. If she wins this tiebreak, we got to call her that forever. Or at least for the next 12 months. 5-1. All right, 5-1. Sabalenka 2 points away from another Grand Slam. As with a forehand now from Sabalenka. That's a winner. She's got 5 championship points. 6-1 Sabalenka to win the US Open, to lift her second trophy in New York, her 4th Grand Slam overall, and her first of the season. Sabalenka, championship point, serve, and Anisimova to the backhand Sabalenka, but Sabalenka gets it out. That's 1. 6-2 Sabalenka. Championship point number 2. To win the trophy in New York. For a second consecutive time. And Anisimova serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Sabalenka. Return. Goes long, and that's 2 saved. Championship point number 3. This time it's on Sabalenka's serve. 6-3, Sabalenka. To take home her second trophy in New York in a row. Her 4th Grand Slam overall. The world number 1. She serves. Out wide, Alette. First serve again. And she serves. Into the back of Anisimova. That goes out on the return. It goes wide. And Sabalenka goes back-to-back in New York. She falls to the ground. She's in tears. The world number 1 finally wins her Grand Slam for 2025. She was in 2 finals and a semi-final. 4th time lucky, right? Is that what they say? Sabalenka's the champion. 12 months between slams. And she also keeps that world number 1 ranking, at least for now. We know Swiatek's slowly chasing it down, but it at least gives a little bit of a buffer between her and Swiatek. Or keeps the buffer, I should say. GG's. Anisimova, back-to-back Grand Slam finals. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Much better performance, obviously, than the Wimbledon final, but I mean, look, you lose to Swiatek and Sabalenka, the 2 best players of the 2020s. I mean, Anisimova, not a bad run. Beat Osaka, beat Swiatek along the way. Anisimova number 4 in the world now. And she'll probably be at the WTA finals. I'll tell you what, the WTA finals are looking so good. So good, the WTA finals this year. It is going to be crazy. I'm going to tell you what they look like right now. Ready? You got Swiatek and Sabalenka already qualified. Gauff, Anisimova, Keys, Pegula, Andreeva, Raducanu. What? And then Paolini is just outside that top 8. And then Alexandrova. I mean, you just get Osaka somewhere in the mix. I don't know who she goes in there instead of, but that is a crazy list. 4 Grand Slam champions, right? And then you've got Andreeva, Pegula, Raducanu, and Anisimova as the other 4. That is a crazy lineup. WTA Finals is going to be crazy if that's the lineup. And then you put Paolini in there instead. I mean, that's not a bad... if she gets in there instead of Raducanu, still a crazy lineup. Man. Sabalenka, she takes the title. 4 Grand Slams on hard courts as well, Sabalenka. Exactly. And she is only, 2 away from Swiatek now, so she's closed the gap there. 4 different champions this year as well, which has been pretty interesting. 4 different champions this year. But a lot of the same finalists, right? We had, Gauff, Sabalenka, we had Keys, Sabalenka, we had Swiatek, Anisimova, Sabalenka, Anisimova. It's like, it wasn't too many different finalists, no random finalists. Maybe Anisimova was random for some people, but, at Wimbledon for sure. This one, maybe not. But, yeah, I mean, it was a pretty consistent Grand Slam final, appearances, right? We had 2 epic finals. The Wimbledon, one-sided Wimbledon final, which was crazy in its own way. And then this final, which was sort of in the middle. Was Keys expected to win Australia? Not expected. Not at all. But for sure wasn't a random champion. Wasn't unexpected. Like, Keys has been in finals before. She's been in top 10 before. Like, I don't think her winning a slam was... I think Krejcikova winning Wimbledon was more wild last year than that. Yeah, I would say probably, like, if you have, like, obviously Gauff and Sabalenka is the top and Swiatek is the top 3 to win, favorites. Keys would be just after that. Maybe around with, like, I don't know. Just after that, I think. One of the contenders, not the favorites at the time. But yeah, Sabalenka wins. And she takes takes it in straight sets. Honestly, the surprise of the year was Swiatek winning Wimbledon. To be honest, nobody saw that coming. I agree. Yeah, I think Swiatek, out of the 4 slams, that one was the most unexpected, for sure. For sure. I think, like, if you said that Keys wins Australia, I'd be like, okay, yep. Yeah, I could see that. Gauff winning the French, yeah. Sabalenka going back-to-back was probably the most obvious one. But then Swiatek winning Wimbledon was like, really? Okay. I wouldn't have thought that was going to happen. If you said Swiatek wins the US Open, I'd be like, yeah, I've seen that already. Or even Australia, I would have thought, yeah, okay, maybe. But not Wimbledon. All right. There you go. That final went so quick. I mean, that's because they play so quick, but God, that final went quick. Yeah, but like last year we had, Krejcikova. The year before that we had Vondi. It just feels like we haven't had it doesn't feel like we've had it's been a pretty consistent WTA Grand Slam season, right? Wimbledon was the most random with upsets, but it feels like most of the Grand Slams on the women's side this year have been same names, same, bunch of names, right? Couple of new names here and there, like Anisimova being a new one as a contender, but I feel like the US Open, so the Grand Slams have been pretty good for the WTA, pretty consistent. Swiatek's been in the last 8 for a while, like for the most of them, for all of them. You got Sabalenka in every quarterfinal as well. We've got, Anisimova's been there. You had Gauff, Paolini. Did she make any quarters this year? I can't remember. It's been pretty good though, pretty consistent. Sad that Amanda wasn't able to play like she did against Swiatek. Yeah. But look, better than the last one, right? Those memories or those bad memories in Wimbledon are totally gone now. There's no way she's dwelling on that result anymore. So, yeah. So that's a positive, right? And she'll probably play the WTA finals. And she's only like 24. So she's got plenty of time to do something. Like she's just getting started in Anisimova. Yeah, and she beat Swiatek, which would have helped a lot as well, right? So many unforced errors from Anisimova. Look. She played better than Wimbledon. So that's, again... And she was way more competitive in that second set too, right? That second set was looking like Sabalenka was going to win 3 and 4, but then, it was a good fight. Alcaraz will win, no doubt. Okay. Amanda will be back. Of course she will, yeah. And Anisimova will have another chance. She'll get another chance. Her game's too strong not to think she can make another final. Yeah, I think for the next 12, maybe not on maybe on clay. I mean, she's done well there before. I think for the next 12 months, she'll be in the top 10, right? And I think a lot of people will probably pick her to win one of the slams next year. It doesn't matter which one. I think a lot of people will probably go, you know what, Anisimova might be able to win a slam. Next year, for sure. She'll be in a lot of people, like a lot of your predictions, right? I think a lot of people are going to give her a chance. Why aren't you happy for Sabalenka? What are you talking about? I'm talking about Anisimova. Maybe it's third time lucky. Yeah, exactly. 3 Grand Slam finals this year for Sabalenka. This Didn't happen since 2016. Yeah. Sabalenka is doing some crazy stuff. Sabalenka's still one surface player? No, she's not. She made a final of the French Open. What are you talking about? she made the final of the French Open and the semis of Wimbledon. What are you talking about? One surface. Hello? Sabalenka's an all-court player. She's got clay titles. I mean, what are you talking about? Sabalenka gave her a chance and she didn't take it? I mean, yeah, but like, come on. Let's not be so harsh on Anisimova that she didn't take the like slight opportunity. I mean, Sabalenka should have probably finished this match 6-4. Remember that smash? She hits that in, it's over probably. So like, I think that Anisimova just got outplayed by someone who's got way more experience at this level at this stage. I'll tell you though, could Anisimova win the WTA finals? That would be something, wouldn't it? Sort of the fifth biggest trophy, right? That'd be interesting. Sabalenka's got no grass trophies. Yeah, okay, because they play like so much grass tennis. She's probably played like 10 grass trophy tournaments, right? So she hasn't won one. You could say that about a lot of players. If you're just basing it on like, who's won grass trophies? Oh, well, there's only like one up for grabs a year. Because Sabalenka plays Berlin, but she has 2 chances a year to win a grass title, but she hasn't won one yet. Wow. So therefore, she sucks on grass. Are you saying that? Come on. Come on, don't be silly. Sabalenka's made the semis of Wimbledon like 3 in a row, right? Like the last 3 times she played. Crazy. Anyways, and banned for one and injured for another. I mean, come on. Swiatek has never won a grass court title until she did. True. I don't want Swiatek to go to the WTA finals ever again. It's cursed. Why? You can see it in Sabalenka's eyes how much it means to her. Oh, yeah. So good. I mean, especially considering that she was so close in Paris, so close in Melbourne, right? She lost in 3 sets in the 3 tournaments, Grand Slams so far, right? Even at the Wimbledon, right? She lost in 3 there, right? She was so close. But to finally get that one. Who are my slam predictions for next year? I have no idea. I don't know. I'll probably give Anisimova one, to be honest. If I'm thinking out loud, I'm like, maybe I'll give Anisimova a slam next year. Maybe it will be Wimbledon. Wimbledon does give players a chance, right? All right. All right. So that's it. We've got the men's final tomorrow, and then we're done and done. So that's fun. That's a lot of fun. Any last questions before we say farewell? Only one more day of tennis talk. Well, not really, but yes. One more day of the US Open. Swiatek needs 6 more French Opens? Why? So fitting Sabalenka won a slam by a tiebreak. Yeah, but I mean, she only lost 1 tiebreak this year. Yeah, we're going to watch WTA finals. The next big WTA event is going to be in Beijing. Beijing happens, and we watch that. So, the Korea Open, because Swiatek Swiatek's playing that, so we're going to watch Swiatek in the Korea Open. She's now tied with Osaka at 4. I know, right? That's pretty incredible for Sabalenka. To be like, considering 3 years ago, this time 3 years ago, right? I mean, the US Open 3 years ago, she was at like semifinals. Every time she'd lose the semifinals and she'd double fault and she'd be, couldn't serve. 3 years later, she's got 4 slams. She probably should have more, but she's got 4 and she's equal to Osaka. I mean, that was, that's pretty incredible. Korea Open, wow. Yeah, but you're not invited if you want to be sarcastic. You don't have to watch it. In fact, if you don't want to watch it, please do not show up. We got to start. You got to start looking at yourselves in the mirror if you're coming to streams that you don't like. That's doesn't make it sense. What's the next tennis talk after the US Open? We need a regular dose. We are going to watch some some matches next week. I think Davis Cup's next weekend, so we'll be there to see a couple of those matches. Hopefully, if I can figure out how to watch them. Yep, Eala already played and she won. She won in 3 sets. She got the victory. I wonder if Swiatek will play in Seoul after all. She has some foot issues. Yeah, I mean that's maybe up for debate. Yeah, maybe she will not. Maybe she will ditch it. Guadalajara next week's a 500 event, but no, we're not going to watch it. We already watched Guadalajara. Great season for Amanda so far. Oh yeah, for sure. Do I go to sleep? Why would I go to sleep? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to stay up and party. Breakfast party. Is the bakery open on Sundays? Danish time? No, there's no bakery today. Unfortunately, no Danish today. They do an interview at the Slam finals usually rather than a speech. Yeah, they don't do it in Australia though. At Wimbledon they do an interview, right? But not in Australia. In Australia it's a traditional ceremony. Just noticed that Sabalenka lost at Wimbledon semi-finals each time to the eventual final loser. Oh, at Wimbledon, yeah. What time is the match tomorrow? 2 o'clock local time. 2 p.m. At the Wimbledon, the US Open is the case. Yeah, maybe at Roland Garros, do they do an interview? Or do they just do a normal speech there? I think they do a normal speech. This is the worst US Open you've watched in years? Really? I thought last year was not as good. I think this year was better than last year. I thought this year had a lot more. I feel like this year's been better than last year. Last year was, on the men's side, was super predictable. And on the women's side, besides, I mean, I can't really remember much besides the final. Like, did we have many epic matches last year on the women's side? I can't remember. But yeah, I think this year's been way better than last year. Let me have a look. Yeah. Yeah, last year we didn't, I mean, it was straight sets except for one match before the final. Like the semi-final, Mukova-Pegula was the only 3-setter after the quarterfinals. Swiatek losing to Pegula was straightforward. Gauff Navarro was a 3-setter that was start of the week. That was interesting, I guess. Sabalenka kind of didn't lose much. Yeah, I disagree. I think this year's been way better than last year. Last year was not good. And then on the men's side last year, Alcaraz and Djokovic lost so early that Sinner just walked to the final, and it was pretty straightforward. So, yeah, I think this year's been way better. Last year was just like there wasn't much. I mean, I can't remember half of it, right? This year, there's been so many on-court and off-court moments. I didn't care for the new mixed doubles format thing. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I still don't know if I like it or not. I thought it was it was fun to watch, but I don't know if it's like sustainable. But I thought this year's been pretty good. You know, I think we've had some great matches. Women's side of things has been epic. We've had 3 epic matches to end the tournament. Sinner and Sabalenka for the double again, maybe. I mean, Anisimova beating Swiatek was a big deal. You know, Osaka and Gauff, Osaka in general having a good run was a great story. You know, I think it's been pretty awesome. By the way, it's so funny when somebody tells me how to say Swiatek and they're not Polish. And then the Polish people are like, no, you're fine. Don't listen to the people that can't say the word. All right. All right. It's time to leave. But I'll be back tomorrow for another match, which is the final of the men's US Open between Alcaraz and Sinner. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks for hanging out. But Sabalenka wins 6-3, 7-6. She wins the title, and she is in very interesting position on the slam tally because now she's equal to Osaka at 4. I think Kleister's won 4 as well. So yeah, one behind Sharapova at 5, and Swiatek's got 6. So Sabalenka, you know, she's starting to rack them up. Let's see if she can go on next year and maybe get those ones that she missed out on this year. But Anisimova back-to-back finals, great for her. But we will hopefully see her do more in the future, and this is just the start. But yeah, Sinkeras tomorrow, the final of the men's US Open, and that'll be the final of the US Open. The end. That's it. It'll be over. And then we'll go and do something else. But I'll see you tomorrow. Sabalenka, 6-3, 7-6. She takes home the trophy, and she is back-to-back US Open champion. I'll see you tomorrow.